Everyone, this is Lauren with the Central Arkansas Library System. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the very basics of using Microsoft Word. So whenever we click this little blue symbol down here, which is Microsoft Word, it's going to pull up this screen right here. You have the option of either making a blank document or you have the option of using any of their templates. So you can see they've got things like resumes and brochures and calendars. But for today's demonstration, I'm just going to be using the blank document. So I'm going to double click to go into the blank document. Today I'm going to be covering how to edit your margins if you need to, how to edit paragraph spacing, how to enter page numbers alongside header and footers, how to delete large sections of text, and how to move sentences using cut and paste, with our last topic going to be how to insert bullet points or numerical lists. So to get started with our margins, we see that we've got these different tabs up at the top. I'm going to go and click to the Layout tab. In our page setup section, I can see that there are margins where it gives us the option to adjust margins. So I'm going to click on that and we can see that it is already set to normal. This is normally what you're going to use for any type of document unless you know you need a specific type of margin. Whenever you first start creating a document, if you want it to be normal, you don't have to come into the Insert or Layout tab or anything like that because it is automatically preset for you like that. But say you wanted moderate for whatever reason, the margins will be changed. But just for this, I want to leave them as normal. The next thing is going to be letter spacing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab some good old sample text. And I will show you guys how to copy and paste in a second. There we go. So what we're going to do for increasing the paragraph spacing is we're going to highlight all of the text that we want to be a specific size, and we're going to come in the Home tab to the paragraph category, and when you hover your mouse over each of these icons, it tells you what they do. So in this instance, I'm going to go to line and paragraph spacing. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to 2.0. 2.0 is also known as double spacing and is most common in academic writing. However, if you want to leave it at 1.0 or anything between those two or anything higher, you do have the option of doing that as well. For this purpose, I'm going to leave it at double spacing. So the next thing we've got is page numbers. So once again, in these tabs up at the top, we're going to click Insert. We're going to come all the way over to the left where it says header, footer, and page number. So I'm going to click on page number. You do have a few different options. You've got top of the page, bottom of the page, specific page margins, and current positions if you already have a template created. I'm going to go ahead and use the most common page number, which is going to be at the header to the far right. So if you want to create more of a header, say you want to enter your name and the date, you're going to want to make sure that your mouse, this blinking icon right over here, is going to be on the right side of the number 1, and then you're going to hit the enter key on your keyboard. You'll type whatever text you need, and to go down to another line again, you'll just hit enter. Alright, and there's my header right there. So next, to get out of the header, because as you can see, I can't edit any of the text that's in my body while I'm still in the header category, I'm going to go to this big X that says close header and footer, and I'm going to click on that. So now that we've got the header, and since I have already kind of touched on how to get a header, it's also once again in the same category as the page number if you don't want a page number. I'm going to show you guys how to do a footer, which is practically the same process. You're just going to click on the one that you think you'll need, and footers are typically good for things like adding author notes. And once I finish the text that I need, I'm just going to go ahead and hit that X again. And now at the top, we can see that we have our header, and we scroll down to the bottom and we see that we have our footer. The next thing is going to be how to delete large sections of text. So I did go ahead and copy this in here. So to delete large sections of text, all you're going to do is go to the right side of whatever the last part of the text that you want to delete is. You're going to hold the left key on your mouse down, and you're going to select the full section that you want to delete. You'll let your mouse go, and then on your keyboard you're going to click backspace, and we see that it deletes our text. So once again, there we go. Let me paste in here. To delete, we're just going to select all the text that we don't need, and we're just going to hit backspace. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to move sentences or by using cut and paste. So whenever you're pasting, you're copying information off of the internet like I did with this sample text, we're just going to select the text that we want to copy, and on our mouse we're going to click the right button, and this little option list should show up. We're going to left click copy. We don't have to do anything else because it is copied. Now we're going to come back here down to Microsoft Word, click on our active document. We're going to move that blinking cursor to wherever we want to enter this text. For my purposes, just say I wanted that to be the next paragraph, so I entered until the paragraph was in the next paragraph section. Next, I'm going to right click again, and we can see that it looks a little different than it did when it was on the internet, but I recommend coming all the way over to the right where it says keep text only, and then you'll left click that, and now it's pasted that text for us. If we want to move small sentences, we'll just select that. We'll right click, then we'll click copy. So here, just to show you the difference between cut and copy, cut removes the text from the document wherever it was. And so this, if I were to cut this right here, I'll show you guys, it removes that sentence and say I need that text right here instead. I'm going to move my cursor there. I'm going to right click again. I'm going to left click on keep text only, and we can see that that sentence is now right here. Let's say I just wanted to copy this sentence right here. I'll right click, I'll pull up these options, I'll left click on copy, and we can see that that sentence is still there, and I need that sentence to be moved up there. So we'll right click, left click on keep text only, and it's inserted it right where we need it to. The next thing, it's going to be inserting indents. So indents are pretty simple. All you have to do is move your blinking cursor to the left of whatever text you want indented, and then on your keyboard you're going to have a tab key that is above shift and caps lock. So I'm just going to hit tab once, and then on this next paragraph I'm going to hit tab again. But say I now want this sentence to be in my next paragraph, I'm going to hit enter, and we can see that it automatically tabs it over for us based on the previous paragraph. And then the very last thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to enter bullets and numerical lists. So I'm just going to type, this is an example, and then these are the things that say example down below are going to be the things that I want to bullet point. So I'm just going to highlight the text that I want bullet pointed, let it go, and then up here in the paragraph section of the home tab, we can click this one for bullets, or we can click this one for a numerical list. And if you decide that you don't want that anymore, a good keyboard hack that you can do is on your keyboard, locate the control key, which should be below your shift, hold it down, and then just tap Z and tap Z again until it reverts back to the original state that you wanted it to be. So that's the simplest method that I know of to add bullets or a numerical list. The one last thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to change your font and how to change your text size. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to highlight all of the text that I want to change to this new font. Up here, once again, we're in the home tab and in the font category. The most common type of font used for academic writing is called Times New Roman. This is in my recently used font, however, it might not be in yours. So all you have to do is scroll down to the T's. Let's see where we're at. Times New Roman, and just click it, and we see that it has changed our text. And then once again, say we don't want our font to be size 11 anymore, we want it to be size 14. All we'll do is go down to size 14. 12 is most common, once again, for regular writing, so I am going to click on that, but it automatically changes all of the text on the page to that new font and text size. The last thing is going to be saving your document. Up at this very top here, you have where if you hover over it, it says save. You'll just click on that. You'll be asked to name the document, and you'll also be asked where you want to put it. I normally put my documents in my downloads folder just because that's what I use the most often. And then we're also going to create a title for it. So I'm just going to say this is the sample page, and then I'm going to click save. And we know that it's saved whenever we come up to the top right here, and we can see it says our new title that we entered, and it also says saved to this PC. So this really is the most basics of using Microsoft Word. If you need any additional assistance, or if you have any further questions about how to use it, feel free to email me at ledixon@cals.org, and I'll do my best to help.